Good morning. It's amazing to speak in a church. That's great. Yeah, my name is Dietmar Offenhuber. I'm a new professor at Art and Design and School of Public Policy and Planning. And so most of my recent research can be summarized under the term infrastructure legibility. So there's this idea in urbanism connected to David Lynch that a good city form is a city that is legible to its residents and users. And I think the same argument can be made for public services, for infrastructural systems and the governance of these systems. And in my research, I'm looking at to what extent or what is the role of design, of visual representations, and of technology in regulating and shaping the governance of these systems. So one service or one infrastructure that I'm very interested in is waste management. And there is a global consensus that a lack of data is one of the main challenges that the whole sector faces. As you can see, it's still it's a very archaic sector. There's lots of manual labor involved and very little technology. So in my dissertation work at the Sensible City Lab at MIT, we tracked the movement of individual waste items through the system. That is a kind of data that is not available until now. And we worked with volunteers in the city of Seattle, and each volunteer would prepare a number of objects. We would, together with the volunteers, attach active location sensors, working on GSM and GPS technology, in order to find out where they go. And this is basically the data set that we collected after 6 months using a little bit over 2,000 sensors. We had initially deployed over 3,000. This is the final deployment. And we see all the long traces that we see in this map are actually created by electronic and household hazardous waste items. And those are a special case in waste management because they are it's very difficult to collect them, and the transportation the transportation is actually very often underestimated, the impact on the bottom line, benefit of recycling. Another field I'm interested in and I've been working on for a couple of years now is informal waste management. Here we work together with an informal recycling cooperative in Sao Paulo in Brazil. And those are really fascinating organizations. They have been around for a long time and are experts in the way how they collect, recycle, and separate and sell material. But it's all organized based on tacit knowledge. So there is no formal planning or no documentation about what they are doing. And this is increasingly becoming a problem with new pressures for formalization. That also offers them opportunity to grow their operations. So, for example, this is the only written document that was available in the cooperative, which is the log of the driver. So, usually the advanced cooperatives have a hybrid mode where they have usually one truck, but also a number of people who use the manual carts. And we were interested in, how do they coordinate with each other? Here we see, for example, the blue routes of the trucks overlaid with the manual routes of the collectors. And there are many constraints, and we try to understand the reasons why specific spatial decisions have been made, and there's a certain logic of collecting, of foraging for material in the city that we thought is a type of knowledge that is very little research exists at the moment. So also to figure out ways how these technologies can be used to improve the organization and also the connection with the residents. Okay, I see, 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up. So this is, of course, also a topic in contemporary or in public services in the US. All the 311 data. And connected to this is definitely an accountability issue. We have to understand that people, of course, have also certain accountability concerns if they participate in infrastructure governance, and my research is focusing on the way, what is the role of design, how do the design of these reporting systems influence or shape the way how this interaction between the individual and the system plays out. And yeah, there's a recent book on called Accountability Technologies that focused on this topic that I just yesterday presented with my colleague. Thank you.